It's Naeem. Now today is day 12 and I just came back home, and that's how dedicated I am. I haven't even changed. I just came home, started recording, so you should subscribe and like just for that. Day 12. In what area or areas of your life are you more or less following the crowd instead of listening to your own intuition? Currently, I was listening to a 9/11 podcast, just sort of describing the events of what happened and whatever. And it's interesting to sort of, well, firstly, it's heartbreaking that, listening to how people on the top floors had no escape route. The stairs and the elevators were crushed, and the roof. They couldn't even get to the roof because the doors were locked with a steel padlock or something. But like things like that, I just take the official government report without even reading the sort of 9/11 Commission report and sort of doing the investigation and reading it. I guess part of it is because I'm only human. I don't have the bandwidth to dedicate hours upon hours of a certain topic when I want to learn about something about copywriting, something about film, something about archaeology, and then something about government. I still want to stay up to date with today's news. So I guess in some sense you could say I'm following the crowd when it comes to just what I'm being told and reading, because I rely on AP News, Reuters, The Guardian, BBC for their journalism and investigative work. However, I personally can't. But then again, you might say, if I personally went out to do it, I might be getting a biased and warped view because I'm only having it from one angle. Whereas if you have video and reporting and witnesses from every single angle from different people and have a timeline and chronology, I might have a quote-unquote objective or more objective view of the whole thing. But yeah, I guess that, I haven't even got into the climate change, global warming debate and stuff like that, despite the fact I myself have never really done any investigative or scientific reading or trying to find someone who's more scholarly and more academically minded than I am to learn more about it. I just kind of take it for granted without asking those critical questions. So I kind of forgot what the friggin'... Oh, and listening to my own intuition. I mean, there are times where I do have a strong no. It's hard because suppose, for example, I'm not going to get all relativistic here, but suppose, different cultures have different norms, right? In some way it's weird to say no. I'm like, suppose there's a cultural norm that you're not used to, like eating with your hands, for example. I mean, you're used to eating with knife and fork and washing your hands, whereas even in my culture we eat rice and whatever with our hands, generally speaking, and you just straight up say no, I'm not doing that. You're listening to your quote-unquote intuition, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a justified one. It's hard to think off the cuff, but I mean, I generally do try being inquisitive and curious about my views. And here we go, but we'll end it there anyway. Subscribe, like, comment, and wait for day 13. It's nearly been 2 weeks anyway.